Tonight we have the following teams: Colour Cards from Newcastle and Lyme School, Colour Fun from Alleynes Academy Stone, Concept from King Edward's Stafford, Due Mill from King Edward's VI Lichfield, Eco Deco from Royal School, Elementus from Sir Graham Balfour, Liquid from Newcastle and Lyme School, Numero from St John Fisher, PHS Industries from Pagett High School, Sense Sensation from Stafford Grammar, SMARTY Party from Newcastle and Lyme School, the Cracker Company from St Dominic's Brewed, the Little Jar Company from Stafford Grammar School, and Volts from Painsey Sixth Form College. Tonight we'll be giving out the awards for the best trade stand, the best interview, the best presentation, the best company report, innovation, and of course the overall company award. We also have a Journey Award that recognises the team that has displayed employability skills that employers are looking for. So judging the competition tonight, we have Jane Belcher from Michelin, Anne Simpson from Michelin, Alan Hill from the Pathway Group. I think we should give them a big round of applause to thank them for their time. We should also give a big round of applause to the company advisors and the teachers who support our company programme. To kick off the presentation tonight, please welcome to our stage our first team, Colour Card.
Hi, we are Colour Cards Inc. Our primary target market is young children, and we believe with our product we have found a gap in the market. We all know children like to colour, and we know children like to give cards to their parents, so we thought, why not mix the two? Hence cards you can colour in. Our target market is not exclusive to children, however, because according to Medical Daily, many adults find colouring therapeutic and a break from their busy working lives. Here are some of our designs.
We and many of our customers value the environment, so our products are made with high quality, 100% recycled card.
We believe in creativity, so all of our designs were created from scratch by our creative team. They are fully unique.
We deeply value hard work, resilience and initiative. All of the team contributed, and even on facing challenges, we didn't give up.
Our goal was to make a high quality card for consumers to enjoy and also as an enterprise to profit whilst doing so.
As a team, we agreed on these prices as we felt they were both competitive and profitable. Envelopes were included with cards, and crayons were available as a cheap optional add-on. Our percentage margins were very large, as cards only cost 8p to produce and sold for between 50 to 70p per card. Unfortunately, if the Young Enterprise registration fee is included in costs, we made a small net loss. Without the registration fee, however, the initial shares of £90 would have become worth £135.94, representing an over 50% increase in value.
Naturally, the company faced a few challenges. We sold cards at Stone Market, and we found that not many people wanted to buy Christmas cards as it was so close to Christmas. After we realised this, we started to display more of our other types of cards, such as our New Year cards, our birthday cards, and our thank you cards. Sometimes it was difficult to gauge how popular each of our designs were going to be, so occasionally we printed too few. We decided to print more though, and this was to avoid missed sale opportunities and also offer in-school offers for cards of preference which were unavailable at the time. At first, we set the price at £1 per card, but customers told us that this was too expensive and the product had an elastic demand. We could also be making a profit by lowering the cost of our cards.
We were proactive in securing places to sell our products, which we had finished at the design of in early December. At first, we sold at our school's play where we gained valuable feedback from the public on our product, which was very useful to improve. We made £23.54 over 3 days, earning about £7.85 per day. Next, we sold at a Stone Christmas market where we made £26 in 1 day and further gained experience and feedback. Finally, we sold at the Young Enterprise Trade Fair where we sold £43.90 of cards in 1 day. In total, we made £93.44 from sales. Our earnings per day clearly increased rapidly, and we feel this was because of how much experience we gained from Young Enterprise, as well as vital skills such as communication and teamwork. Thanks for listening.
That was a great presentation. Now please welcome to the stage our next team, Colour Fun.
Everyone likes to colour.
Everyone likes to have fun.
We'll just put the two together, and what do we have?
Colour Fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Alexandra, the proud Managing Director of Colour Fun, and we believe that we have created a product that will not only aid stress relief but also improve knowledge and education simultaneously.
Good evening, I'm Jess, Head of Sales.
And I'm Alex, Head of Marketing.
At the start of the process, we were buzzing, 16 or so energetic, charismatic and creative individuals, ready and round to take on the business world.
After a couple of weeks, reality set in. Ideas hard to come by, some egotistical individuals and some colourful language flying around. Eventually, after some serious soul-searching and firing a few team members, we hit on what we believe to be a fantastic concept.
After completing some detailed market research, we were convinced that there was an obvious demand for our product in the market, which was critical to our success.
We were intent on the product initially having a local stone focus, following the theme of the totally local product endorsed and supported by many.
We were also determined to engage with children by having an educational twist to our product.
The product is a unique 24-page colouring book which includes prominent businesses and landmarks in and around Stone. Each landmark was photographed by our team and carefully converted into line drawings, perfect for colouring in. It's a fun and interactive way for both children and adults to interact and spend quality time together in a stress-free way.
Each page features an interactive QR code, which is a direct web link to each respective business and landmark featured in the book.
Initially, we were determined to manufacture the product in school, using the incredible state-of-the-art photocopying machine, which the school decided to get rid of just in time for production.
Budget cuts in education? Don't even get me started. So we decided to look elsewhere and managed to source a company in Sheffield, the home of steel.
Bingo! Order placed in just in time for the Christmas rush. Only one problem, the supplier had printed the pages of the book in the wrong order and upside down. Great start.
This was a huge disappointment as we had so many pre-orders. However, the supplier agreed to reprint all 100 copies ready for our customers in January.
Thankfully, the quality of the book, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, is outstanding and definitely worth the wait. We've recently sold all 100 products that have been manufactured and have produced a further 50. This includes a special edition World of Wedgwood book, in addition to the existing Stone businesses.
We're also diversifying further with the creation of a children's colouring book to develop their foreign languages, mathematical skills and geography.
Currently, our impressive sales figure is £450, with an additional £310 generated through various fundraising activities. We also raised £200 share capital at the start of the venture, and our return on investment is an impressive 118%, which, considering the impact of Brexit, is an amazing return for any young entrepreneur.
With additional sales imminent and a broadening product portfolio, we anticipate sales to exceed £1,000 very shortly.
We have already visited our local primary schools and are due to revisit with our finished product. This enables us to communicate with our target market for our new product.
We are very much customer orientated and liaise with all our customers at every opportunity. We have used Twitter, Instagram and Facebook and have a fantastic website which helps to promote our business further.
Anyway, Alexandra, big question, would you do it all again?
We haven't got enough time for my full answer. It's been interesting for sure, with a few problems along the way. Issues with suppliers, developing the website, but most of all, working with, or should I say, getting the best out of my team members has been a real issue. However, have we enjoyed it? Yes, absolutely. It's helped develop our confidence in dealing with customers and suppliers, as well as enhancing our employability skills in readiness for the world of work.
As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a colourful and fun time, and we would like to thank Young Enterprise Programme for this opportunity.
We have been Colour Fun, and thank you very much for listening.
That was a fun presentation. Now please welcome to the stage Concept.
Hi, my name is Ryan. I'm Managing Director, and this is our company concept from King Edward's, the 6th High School, Stafford. This is my team, Stacey and Romilly. Unfortunately, one of our teammates could not be here tonight. When we started the company, we came up with different company ideas. Out of these, we decided to go with the phone cases, and Stacey will now talk about market research.
My job as administrator was to conduct market research. The pie charts on the following slides show the information I collected from 50 students within our school. As young people are our main audience, this pie chart shows which phone was most common. We found that 45% had an iPhone 6, 32% owned an iPhone 5S, and fewer owned Android phones. Because of this research, we've decided to stock majority iPhone 5 and 6 cases. 81% of people said they'd buy a case with an insert, and we have also found that silicone cases are the most popular, and people prefer simple, versatile patterns over themed occasion inserts.
To make money, we did some fundraising at school and sold some shares to friends, family and teachers.
As marketing director, I designed a few logos, both on the computer and by hand. At the beginning, most of these logos did not fit the idea that we would be selling phone cases, but gradually a colour scheme was created and the logos started to represent what our business idea was about, such as the picture of the hand holding the phone. The lilac colour was chosen because it's quite simple and neutral. We did also debate the idea of changing one of the C's in the name to a telephone handset shape, but did decide against it because it made the logo look really crowded. I also created smaller and shorter versions of the logos to use for profile pictures on social media. To construct the logos on the computer, I used the program Paint. Entering this year's Young Enterprise competition has been a real eye-opener for all of us. When we started, we were a group of 6 students who quickly became a group of 4. We did go back up to 5, but found ourselves back at 4. We have faced many challenges, from the changes in numbers to deciding what our product was going to be. Even once we had our product idea, finding an efficient way to produce the inserts was not easy.
We sourced our phone cases and the inserts that we are using online, and then set about creating the inserts to fit the correct size of phone case. Our selling opportunities so far have been limited to the trade fair at the World of Wedgwood and in school sales. We are planning on having another stall in school before the Easter holidays.
Overall, while this has not been easy, we've had a really enjoyable time and we have become more confident in dealing with the public, working with people who perhaps we would not choose to work with, and in public speaking. The journey that we have been on has taught us so many lessons which we can take with us with our journey through school. Thank you.
Well done, Concept. Please welcome to the stage our next group, Dominic.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Tom Freeman and I'm the Managing Director of DeMille.
I'm Eve Griffin and I'm the Sales Director.
I'm Joshua Nethercutt and I'm the Finance Director.
I'm James Branch, I'm the Operations Director.
DeMille are a social enterprise company that take corporate social responsibility very seriously. We feel our mission statement to bring security and protection to vulnerable individuals of society embodies our values as a company. So, as a result, we created a safety straps product range and a personalised wristband product range. But before we get into our products, let's talk about our enterprise. Our enterprise faced many problems from the offset and throughout. We experienced issues like poor work ethic and commitment, and this halted our progress as a business. To combat this, we implemented a 3-strike system so that deadlines would be met on time and to ensure they were completed properly. To complement this, we used this structural system behind me to make sure every single member knew their roles and knew our vision as a company. This helped us meet our deadlines properly and help us achieve our objectives too. We feel that this, along with key work ethic and creative freedom, have caused us to have many successes along our journey.
In order to raise our capital, we decided to issue shares to each member of the business, along with selling advertising in our Christmas fair booklet and holding a trade stand at our Christmas fair. These experiences added together taught us the valuable lesson of the importance of teamwork and meeting our deadlines.
So we have two different ranges of bands. We have a safety strap standardised band and we have a personalised band. The first safety strap band is a child safety band. These have a 3-steps rules that we devised for if a kid gets lost from their parent. The rest are alert identifiers. They raise awareness for 3 different separate medical conditions: diabetes, allergies and dementia. Now all these standardised bands are made from a silicone material, but our personalised bands are made from a chroma material. These chroma bands have personal data on. For example, you'd have 100 kids. Each one would have a band with their name on, their date of birth on, an allergy they may have, whatever they want. We looked into suppliers comprehensively. For the standardised bands, we supplied from Prague because of the low costs and quick lead time. And for the personalised bands, we went to China at first because of the low costs, but because of the Chinese New Year, production slowed, so we changed our supplier to the UK-based supplier.
Our main aim is to sell in large quantities to big companies. Recently, we've done pitches to the 7th Lichfield Scouts and the chief executive of all the Scout stores in the UK. In the UK alone, there's more than 390,000 Scouts. So if we could sell one of our child safety wristbands to just 1% of this community, then we'd make a revenue of £5,811. We've used the Young Enterprise Marketplace and LinkedIn to help generate brand awareness and reach out to potential customers. We've got social media pages for each department which help promote our product. We've chosen these customer bases because, as you can see, there is a high demand. In the future, we hope to sell to more large companies such as schools and care homes and help as many people as possible.
As you can see from the following graph, from October through to December, our cash flow position increased and strengthened to around £1,200 due to our capital raising. Then, over the last financial quarter, our cash flows gradually decreased due to incurring expenses such as the purchase of our standardised products, which James has briefly mentioned, which cost the mill £240. Then, as Finance Director, I implemented the following budgeting system to ensure our cash flow position remained consistently strong for our journey as a company. And as you can see from the following figures, we've been performing extremely well financially and our profitability is very strong. Also, I'm aware that the net profit margin seems high, but this is because at the moment most of our revenue has come from miscellaneous income.
We'd like to take this time to thank all our business advisors and the Young Enterprise scheme for this opportunity and the help they've given us. Thank you all for listening and we hope you enjoyed our presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was a very in-depth presentation. Now, please welcome to the stage our next team, Eco Deco.
Good evening, we are EcoDeco. Our mission is to help the environment by recycling materials that would otherwise be wasted. I'm Ellie, the Managing Director.
I'm Sophie, the Sales and Marketing Director.
I'm Joe, the Finance Director.
And I'm Erin, the Operations Director.
15 were invited to join our team, people who were willing to stretch themselves and get out of their comfort zones. Enthusiasm was high at the start, but tailed off as the project progressed, resulting in some performance management issues. After Christmas, four people left, and the remaining team has worked well together on the project.
We came up with a few ideas. Some were too ambitious, others were not original enough. We wanted to do something environmentally friendly, but low cost and simple, so everyone could take part. We discovered book folding. With a huge amount of books being thrown into landfill each year, we thought that we could help to reduce this number and create some appealing decorations at the same time.
Our market research gauged demand by showing a prototype to friends and family. The results motivated us to proceed. In November at Dragon's Den, we received encouragement that our product was marketable, which gave us the confidence to continue. We appealed for any unwanted books included in our school newsletter and had an amazing response. Production started after that. At the same time, Rebecca asked to join the team, as she had experience of book folding and became our quality control manager to ensure that the products were of the highest quality.
Our first trade event in November gave us our first experience of dealing with the public. It was successful, making £96. In December, we also attended a Christmas fair at a local primary school, making £60 in sales. Both events helped us understand what products were most popular so we could focus on production. In February, 2 of our directors attended a business breakfast meeting in Tamworth, where they presented to the business owners there and received useful advice. We also recently attended the Young Enterprise Trade Fair here, where we were able to improve our display stand and make further sales to the public.
Our setup costs were covered by fundraisers involving the school's bouncy castle and cake sales at the parents' evenings. Low costs enabled us to retail our products at levels that reflected the value of our products without being too expensive for the people to afford. The simpler designs started at £3.50, rising to £6 for the more complex designs. To date, we've sold 70 items, resulting in £362 sales revenue. The total expenditure was £183, and the other income was £146, giving us a profit of £279. We also decided to donate a percentage of our profits to Book Aid International, the UK's leading book donation and library development charity, who work to provide access to books to people in poorer parts of the world.
We experienced some challenges. During early production, our decoration supply did not deliver on time, so we had to find an alternative at shorter notice to ensure we could finish our items ready for the sale.
Production was slow as not all members met deadlines. By giving everyone production targets, we got back on track.
We learned about people management as a result of recruiting, resignations and transferring people to other departments, as well as working with reduced numbers.
At our first trade fair, we sold out by mid-afternoon, which resulted in losing out on a significant amount of sales.
Severe weather conditions and school closure in early March meant we were unable to attend a trade fair that we had booked, as we were unable to access our stock to take to the fair. This taught us to always be prepared and the importance of having a backup plan.
So what next? We've successfully sold our products to the public and will continue to do so. We have a website in production, and this will be completed in order to sell our products more widely. We are developing a means of delivering the products as they are quite fragile and need to be packed safely to send further afield. We are developing new designs for seasonal occasions such as Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, birthdays, as well as more personalised designs, and are looking for more outlets to sell our products.
Eco-Deco, recycling at its most gorgeous.
That was a fantastic presentation. Next up, we have Elementus.
Hello and welcome. We're Elementus from Sir Graham Balfour. My name's Catherine Dickens, I'm the Creative Director, and I'd like to introduce you to Harry McMichael, our Managing Director, and Cameron Weston, our HR Manager. We created the world of Elementus. It's an epic tale aimed at 6 to 11-year-olds that we will deliver through trading cards, comics, and exquisite models which represent the characters in the comic. We're here with you today to share our journey, how we've developed as a company and how we as people have developed with it. It all started out with an idea. We wanted to build a children's toy because who doesn't love to play and explore? We were SGB Tectonic and we were looking to build a car with an app. We spent a lot of time developing and deliberating over this idea. However, in the end, we felt we couldn't run with it. It didn't fully utilise all the skills we had at our team's disposal. And it felt like we were incorporating technology into a very simplistic idea just for the sake of it. As a result of this, we dedicated a lot of our time to exploring and reaching a concept that we could all share a passion for. Can you please raise your hand if you have heard of Pokemon? Perhaps few of you have heard of Yu-Gi-Oh! These are the chains of thought that we explored when we were looking for our product idea. The fact remains that everyone has a pastime that they look on with fond memories and nostalgia. I know that I for a fact do. We believe that technology is a blessing, but we feel that looking back at time spent on your phone will be less of a fond memory than time spent with family playing board games or top trumps with friends. We started looking into games that have captured the hearts and imagination of children and grown with them as they grow into older children. And it was with this very thought and concept that Elementus was born.
Elementus is a role. ruled over by the god, Morag. He created the world, the wizards, the goblins, but most importantly, and the key feature of Elementus, the dragons that live there. We brainstormed, collaborating and exploring the story of this world, and then thought, how can we deliver this world that we are so excited about to the children? We decided to tell this story through comics, trading cards, and the accompanying models, so that our characters can collect and cherish them, but also expand their imagination of the children as they act out the scenes in the comic. Here you can see some of our drawings depicting some of the characters, drawn by an ex-student of ours. We spread the word through social media, face-to-face with people at stands to help secure funding and get the ball rolling. However, a key member of our team had made the decision to leave the company, which left us in hot water and morale low, with productivity at its lowest at this point. However, spurring them on and high goals, we soon picked ourselves back up. We held a writing competition in the lower years of the school to galvanise support for the business and try and get ideas for the story from the very people it is aimed at. However, with the comics written and the cards prepared, we hit a roadblock.
The problem was we needed to build our dragons. We needed to produce high quality with low cost that's easy to scale up. As they are such a complex shape, they cannot be made via injection mouldings. The moulds have to be broken each time, drastically increasing the price above any sort of profitable threshold. Vacuum forming was not viable either because of the complex shape. We decided the best way forward would be to secure our own 3D printer. Not only would it be vital to us, it would be an asset for the rest of the school. It was simple to operate, does not require constant attention, as it's fully automated. Fundraising began, selling cakes door to door. As you can see here, Tyler and Izzy on this picture. We sold use of our 3D printer to other pupils and teachers. Having them pay in advance for printing allowed us to purchase the printer and materials we needed to make the dragons and print the objects they had paid us to produce. We succeeded in raising £300, including the money that we made from selling company shares to the teachers in our team. Here you can see the high quality our 3D printer could produce the models. To summarise, I know everyone in this process has learnt a lot. William, Josh and our operations team have learnt a lot on how to quickly design and operate a 3D printer. We have learnt how many transferable skills, like problem solving, public speaking and teamwork. We think that our company is a fantastic, viable product, already taking over £100 worth of pre-orders. I'd like to thank everyone here today for your attention. I'd like to thank Young Enterprise for letting us take part in this amazing opportunity.
That was an incredibly imaginative project. Now, next up we have Liquid.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are Solutions, trading under the name of Liquid. My name is Chowdhury, the Managing Director, and this is Matthew Davis, our Director of Finance. Now, tonight Matthew and I have agreed. We don't want to bore you with the financials and statistics. Instead, we'd like to share with you tonight our Young Enterprise journey and the memories we have made during it.
So, what is Solutions? We are a Staffordshire-based enterprise creating products that helps the average dinner party host stand out. Our mission statement, as seen here, embodies what our aims were as we started this journey, and still we keep true to this. We pride ourselves on our green environmental attitude, as throughout our product, the use of recycled material is clearly shown. For example, our book is entirely made from recycled paper, and we make a range of glasses, which are made from wine and beer bottles that we cut and file down, turning them into our elegant product.
Onto our journey. It was interesting, to say the least. We started with a great initial buzz, with high morale at the beginning of the year, with everyone contributing to the brainstorming process. Initially, we had many ideas, some arguably better than others. However, morale soon dropped during and after Christmas. Therefore, I was faced with a problem. How do you motivate a group of uninspired people? It was a massive problem which we faced, as tasks were constantly delayed and not done with 100% effort, which had a knock-on effect for later work. Therefore, we had a serious meeting in order for everyone to understand the message. Unless everyone works, we are just a sinking ship waiting to be wrecked. The message was well received, and I saw a great improvement in the team's work rate, leading to the finishing up of our product, to a standard that we were very impressed with. This gave us a massive feeling of pride, because there were times where I'd envisioned me and Matthew would be standing here today without even a product to show you.
On to a brighter note. During the course of our young enterprise, we had a few significant achievements. For example, one of the proudest moments was when we made our first book sale. This was the point where all of the hard work and sleepless nights had come together, and the realization dawned upon us: we had completed our book. Secondly, the completion of our glasses. The sheer amount of manual labour that went into these products in such a short amount of time was unbelievable, and for us to receive such incredible feedback about them deeply satisfied us. Overall, we had an overwhelming support from our customers, which is something we can take away and pride ourselves from this experience.
As a group, we had many key experiences, such as the aforementioned pride of our first sale. The next key experience was the trade fair. Originally, we had sold face-to-face individually and through our social media outlets, mainly Instagram. But the trade fair was entirely different. It taught us many skills in trying to close a deal, as we had vast amounts of interest throughout the day, but only a percentage of this was converted into sales. Towards midday, we realised our mistakes in communication, and once that was rectified, we started to bring in some serious profit. Another experience was a customer giving us criticism on one of our products. We had bought some milk bottles with straws in to supplement our stock, but during the trade fair, one customer informed us that the plastic straws used in the small minority of our bottles were detrimental for the environment. Therefore, we amended our mistake immediately and stopped supplying this product to uphold our key beliefs.
Throughout these past few months, we faced many highs and lows. Some of our highs include the creation of our book and the finalisation of our idea. However, we had a lot of trouble setting up our bank account, as our paperwork was consistently delayed being sent through within the bank, with no fault of our own. After persistent chasing and frustrated communication, we did not receive any response from the bank. Another low was the previously mentioned manual labour that went into our bottles that was heavily time-consuming, and furthermore, unfortunately, one of our members resigned after realising the time commitment just could not be fit into schedule.
Evidently, we have learnt many skills from this process, all listed here. But the most important being, how do you align people's interests with that of your own? It is a skill we haven't fully learnt yet, but we are building on it because it's one of the toughest problems we face during the length of this enterprise, and every business will continue to face in the future.
We are very proud of what we have managed to achieve as a team, and we would like to thank everyone that made this experience as enjoyable as it was. Thank you very much for listening, and thank you to all the supervising staff at Knowles that have helped us during this journey.
Well done, Liquid. Next up we have Numero from St John's Fisher.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mark and I'm the Joint Managing Director for Numero. Throughout our time in secondary school, we have all shared a feeling of anxiety surrounding our subjects. For many, the biggest villain is mathematics. In an effort to help thousands of young people struggling in maths, we decided to develop an application in order to help them fulfill their potential in maths while also maximizing their enjoyment through the use of cutting-edge augmented reality technology. Introducing Numero.
Our product is a set of maths revision cards at varying difficulty levels. When scanned with our free app, questions are displayed in turn with the relevant object or diagram appearing in augmented reality. Students can then select an answer which will increase or decrease a cumulative score built up from answering previous questions, as shown in the video. In the practice mode of the app, a tutorial answer guide is also provided to guide the students through the question. The app also includes a timed exam mode in order for students to become accustomed to exam conditions. When the device is held up to the card again, the next question of the same topic and difficulty is displayed. The cards come in two sizes, small and large. The large cards allow the students to do their working out on their card with the use of board markers, while the small cards present the actual question to the user.
From the very start, we knew our product was something innovative in the field of education, but due to the high aspirations we had for the product, We knew we would have to reach out to people far more experienced than ourselves with the technology we were aiming to use. After having been in touch with the Keele University outreach team, we were made aware of a similarity between our product and an app developed by the School of Pharmacy. We were then put into contact with the team at PharmaCard, who provided the technical support we required to create the app for our revision cards.
The importance of maintaining an online advertising presence in today's society cannot be understated. In order to achieve an effective social media appearance, we have created numerous accounts across all platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We have also managed to branch out our advertising into more traditional forms of media, such as the newspaper with an article in the Sentinel, as well as presenting in other schools we are affiliated with to help generate publicity. Additionally, we have created a website detailing who we are as a company and our aims, which also allows us to showcase our product to a wider audience.
In order to maximize sales, we aim to sell our product across as many platforms as possible, while keeping the price competitive at £1.99 for the demo pack. Our first and only current platform is ParentPay, the online payment system that St. John Fisher and the Trinity Sixth Form uses for all the transactions between parents and the school.
However, we plan to move on to more conventional selling methods such as PayPal and eBay. Furthermore, the two sister schools within the Trinity, St. Thomas More and St. Margaret Ward, also provide a distribution sales network for our product across the county. The backbone of any corporation's finance is its shareholders. A conscious effort has been made to generate interest and support in shares for Numero from a wide spectrum of people. This is demonstrated by a list of shareholders, which ranges from students, teachers, to parents.
By the end of the Young Enterprise Programme in 2018, we will have published maths revision cards in 10 different topic areas. Continue to help and support students in as many areas as possible. We will also release the Numero app on Android and iOS with an online account system for students and their parents to log in with and keep track of their progress. In the future, we would envisage broadening the range of revision cards on offer to other STEM subjects, most likely science. Thank you for listening. We are Numero, maths in a new dimension.
That was incredibly innovative. Now, please, welcome to the stage PHS Industries.
Welcome to you all, guys. This is our company. This is called PHS Industries because obviously we are from Pagett High School, which is located in Burton-on-Trent, not really far from here.
Hi, I'm Janine and I'm the company secretary, and today I will be talking to you about the market research. As you can see, as a team, we surveyed 100 people to help us know about their thoughts about our product. And 80% of the respondents gave us a positive response saying that they would be happy to purchase our product, and 100% of the respondents were very happy with our price. Two of the respondents actually gave us a great idea saying that perhaps we could also do it in folders or in diaries or even in photo album. So we did, which led us to our aim. Our aim is to make reading fun for all people of all ages and backgrounds, and especially to improve literacy. Thank you. Jewel.
Hello, I'm Jewel. I'm the product manager. Can you show hands of those who read? Good, because after many research, we've discovered a product. We've designed a product that is stretchy. And it can be used for more than one. It can be used for more than one purposes. It can be used for books, and it can be used for folders. And like Janine said, it can be used for photo albums as well as other things, just legal documents. It's not just bookmarks. It's celebrating reading and literature as a whole, because we've all benefited, all of us in PHS industry, because
we've all benefited from reading, and it was our aim to give back to the literature. 85% of our bookmarks are recycled. So the products, the materials that we use are recycled, and each time you buy one bookmark, you're using 85% recycled materials. That means you're giving back to the environment as well. Also, it is unique. You won't find a stretchy bookmark that doesn't rip the book apart anywhere else in the UK. So please invest in a bookmark. Also, it's £1 as well, which is recognizable yet by young children because it's pocket money to them and it's cheap. So invest in a bookmark and mark your words, okay?
Okay, so these are the places where we are selling the bookmarks right now. First of all, we got into TL Derby Volkswagen, which is located in Burton-on-Trent. I know that this sounds strange to sell the bookmarks at a place where they sell cars, but because we realized that most of our main target audiences, such as families with their children, can be found in there, we just targeted that place. Next, our bigger milestone, I think, was Waterstones. We got the bookmarks in there, and because Waterstones is such a big market, we were really impressed with that achievement. I think they can agree with that. Next, last week we sold a few bookmarks in Portugal. We actually made sales to people not just from Portugal, but people from Poland, Cyprus, or Italy. Then the finance part. As you can see here, our gross profit margin and the net profit margin are both above 70 and 60%, which is really healthy. Our revenue is just below £700, which is, I think, amazing from my point of view. Thank you. So our journey was a bit different. We started off with 25 people, and now we ended up with just 5. Basically, I think the reason for this was that not many people agreed with the bookmarks. They wanted to go with their own ideas. And also because basically we speak 5 different languages, we sometimes had problems with the communication, but eventually we all made sense of each other. And now I think we are a great team.
Where we're going next. Okay, we're looking to spread across the UK, like towards schools, because we realize that there's not only students that are interested, teachers are interested as well. We've had a teacher said that she's happy about the product because she can use it for many different things and not just for books, for her folders and her works and stuff like that. Also, we're planning to get it into more UK retail outlets so that's widen our customer range. And also, we're planning to use the internet and to make sales easier for people. And hopefully the world. So, yeah.
Well done, PHS Industries. Next up, we have Sense Sensation.
Hello everyone, we are Sense Sensation, an environmentally friendly company whose product focus is the creation of original and handcrafted scented candles, created for the sole purpose to rekindle your room.
At Sense Sensation, we aspire to create an environmentally, socially and sustainable product to bring a scent to every house to make it a home. Our candles use soy wax, which produce less CO2 emissions than paraffin candles, giving you a guilt-free enjoyment which our research found to be very important. We aim to reduce the wastage of products, such as glass jars, by using raw materials which are either recycled or recyclable.
I am the managing director, Jenny is my deputy, and Carter is the head of sales.
It goes without saying that we've had a long journey to get to where we are now today. And believe me, they're both smiling now, but there have been many times along this process where both Jenny and Ella have wanted to shake me senseless.
However, we were able to use our many skills to work as a team and overcome our differences.
Our main issues faced involve the production and manufacturing of our products. As I don't know if you can tell, but none of us are quite candle-making experts. Well, not yet, anyway. For example, we didn't really understand the intricacies of making candles, such as the installation of wicks into wax, which we struggled with at first, and began to only see the wicks lying flat on the candles, making it actually near impossible to light the candles without having your fingers smell of flowers for the rest of the day. Another production issue faced was the actual delivery of our raw materials needed in order to produce our candles. As I've already said, we use soy wax in our candles, as it is more environmentally friendly. However, this does mean that obtaining it is a slightly more difficult task than your normal wax. When we finally found an official source that promised next day delivery, we were ecstatic to say the least. But, of course, every silver lining has its cloud, and this high-quality wax successfully arrived 2 months later. This massively upset our cash flow, as well as slowing down production considerably. However, not all of our issues came from manufacturing, as it is well known that human resource is often the hardest to manage. We found that one of our main issues was communication within the team, as only having meetings once a week, we often struggled to coordinate as a team. And as I'm sure many of you know, group chats are often a somewhat unreliable source of group communication.
Faced with these challenges, we had to come up with solutions. Initially, the priority was to ensure that our production line was as efficient as possible, allowing us to produce as many candles as we could during our weekly session. Using trial and error, we found that the best way to get the wax in the jar without creating too much of a mess was using a large syringe. When faced with those problems of the slanted wicks, we must have tried about 5 different techniques before discovering that the most reliable method was to wrap the wick around a skewer until it was fully straight and secure. In the end, this turned out to be very successful. Perhaps the most frustrating challenge was the delivery time of our raw materials. However, by shopping around and emailing suppliers to ensure that we would get our materials in the time slot they allocated, we solved this. With the help of HR procedures that were put into place, we were also able to help our team overcome some of the issues due to commitment.
Now that this journey is coming to an end, we are able to look back and reflect on what we've achieved from this process, as well as the profits which our company has generated. As a team, we feel that our communication skills have massively improved. In the world that we live in today, social media has changed the way in which we communicate. However, through this process, we have learned that in a business environment, you are unable to communicate in the same way, as comments are unable to be subjective if you want your message to be understood. Thank you for listening.
Well done, Sensation. Please give a round of applause for SMARTY Party.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are SMARTY Party and we provide children with bespoke party bags with the hope of reducing the stress that some parents feel when they have to organise this last-minute problem.
We offer 3 prize packages to our customers because we believe that this gives us more sales channels to enter. The prize packages are standard package at £2.99 per bag, deluxe package at £3.99 per bag, and premium package at £4.99 per bag. Each prize package includes combinations of standard, deluxe, and premium items.
Here is the leaflet that our marketing team produced. It is double-sided with an order form on the back. Our customers fill in the order form and scan it and send it to our email address.
We carried out market research to identify our target market. This helped us to select which items to go into the party bags.
Our brand image is clear and consistent. The name SMARTY Party has a ring to it, and we have produced a distinctive logo that all of the party bags have on and our logo stickers on them, so that people who receive our bags can recognise our brand. We have set up social media accounts, a website and an email address to achieve effective communication with our customers. Communication is a vital aspect for us because we are a bespoke service and we want our customers to feel satisfied with what they receive.
The team consists of 10 team members who have been together since the beginning of the process. Even though the team members had different roles, they came together to help each other when it was required. We worked together in creating the leaflets because we did not have a vast amount of money to spend on developing our logo or leaflet. We discussed different designs and made an informed decision as to which we would choose. Working together enhances the learning experience of the young enterprise process. It also means that we have developed our skills in different areas and learnt a bit about how each aspect of a business is operated.
The Dragon's Den experience was extremely useful because we realised where we could improve. For example, the Dragons suggested that we focus on the bespoke element of our party bag service because there is a gap in the market for it. Overall, the Dragons supported our business idea and gave us the confidence to move forwards.
We officially launched on the 1st of April and we have had 2 orders for that month already. When we considered how we were going to operate at the trade fair at the World of Wedgwood, we did not necessarily expect to sell many party bags because they are not an impulse purchase. Instead, we wanted to use it as an opportunity to promote our business and show what we're all about by talking avidly about our company. Our company's strapline is Bags of Fun, after all. We all were also interviewed by the local newspaper, and our interview was mentioned in the paper later that week. Our team was pleased with how the trade fair went for the business, and we believe that there were strong results, both tangibly and intangibly.
The Young Enterprise experience has been a challenging yet rewarding because the team now feels as though they have improved their skills and realised their potential within the business world. We faced challenges that we had to overcome, learnt lessons on what and what not to do, made key decisions and recovered from setbacks that we suffered. This slide shows some key things that we have learnt during the process. We have realised that in a business, the team members must work together as a team, learn from mistakes and respect everyone else's decisions.
Even though our team has remained the same at the beginning of the process, we have changed the way that we work together. We now realise that it is normal to make mistakes, and the only thing you can do is learn from them. In terms of problems that we have come across as a team during the meetings, we found that when we phoned local nurseries and play centres to sell our party bags, some of them said that customers might question our reliability because we are a small young enterprise group. To combat this, we have shown that we have the confidence in assuring customers that we will provide them with a bespoke service. Apart from these challenges, as a team in general, we have not had many setbacks, and we believe that this is because of the teamwork and cooperation that all of the team members have shown.
Finally, the SMARTY Party team would like to thank the Young Enterprise for the opportunity to create a company. We have learned some vital skills to take forward into the future.
Well done, Smarty Party. Please welcome to the stage the Cracker Company.
Good evening. I'm Portia, the Managing Director.
I'm Prerna, Human Resources.
And I'm Claire, Creative Director.
And we are the Cracker Company. So, today we're here with a cracking idea.
Our range of deluxe handmade scented crackers.
We range from milestone birthdays, weddings, baby showers to graduations.
No matter the season,
no matter the occasion,
we've
got a cracker for that.
Our company's final idea of crackers was confirmed after a range of customer-based focus groups we held, and questionnaires were filled out. From our research, we found out that there is a gap in the market for custom-made, high-quality, handcrafted crackers that'll add an extra bang to your celebrations.
Our product is therefore built around the idea that crackers are not only meant for Christmas celebrations, but can be continued throughout the year for any occasion, pulling away from the cracker stereotypical content of a cracker and replacing it with unorthodox yet snappy new items, for example, scents and confetti.
And so it is that in September of last year, we, as a company, created an outline of our main objectives to produce a range of deluxe crackers, making everyone events snap in the process.
It is now with great pleasure that we can announce that we are in communications with Debenhams Beauty, and we officially have their support. The Cracker Company has become a hugely successful brand of bespoke deluxe crackers. For example, we sold over 150 crackers at just one event over the Christmas period.
We also boosted advertisement at trade fairs like Chillington, where representatives spread the core values of our company: contribution, enthusiasm, determination, amiability and loyalty. Again, we at Wedgwood Stone Market, even here, hit our Easter target, and we made a striking stand and striking impact, and we increased advertisement.
At the same time, our social media platform has improved, introducing a wider range of customers who, after viewing our account, have shown great interest. Kirsty Allsop is a big supporter of handcrafted pieces, and we have been in contact with her in aims to gain her support too.
So, Prerna, how exactly have we managed to come to this point with a developed product and an established company?
Well, Portia, We feel that our journey can be captured in 3 stages.
The first stage of our journey revolved around the 3 M's: motivation, market research, and money.
It was through these fundamental components that we were able to develop an idea. Crackers, but not just any crackers. Crackers for all occasions. From this point, we worked on the product design, settled on simplistic but beautiful crackers, which clearly conveyed the occasion that they're celebrating, allowing us to produce our first cracker prototype. We refined the design and we ended up with our cracking product.
We ensured that this not only fulfilled our own vision, but the needs and requirements of our target market to create an effective business model.
Following our initial success, we came to stage 2 of our journey, which was centered on the 3 C's: craft quality, consistent contribution, and consumer desire.
Using the feedback that we received in response to our first business pitch at Michelin headquarters, we were able to produce more advanced models of our prototypes, and our first sales over the Christmas period showcased all of our improvements.
Our growing accomplishments were also reinforced by a thriving advertising campaign and the effective use of social media.
In addition to this, our IT and social media departments not only created an effective website, but were also able to increase our following on social media from an initial 15 to over 100 followers. This continued success brings us to the current stage in our journey, the 3 E's: endorsement, empowerment, and evolution.
This endorsement has empowered us as a business to focus on refining and evolving our company and its products to ensure continuity of the brand and maximum success in the market.
Our biggest challenge has not been sales, but teamwork. We found that certain members of the team personally found it difficult to balance A-levels and their duties. We reassigned roles to make our team slicker, stronger, and snappier. Our intention is to now evolve as a brand and to ensure that our customers' expectations are exceeded.
We are currently satisfied with our company's financial performance, as our ongoing results have produced promising statistics. We have sourced £60 profit, which we continue to exceed in these near futures. And remember,
whatever the season,
whatever the occasion, we've got a cracker for that.
Well done, guys. Next up, we have the Little Jar Company.
Hello, we are the Little Jar Company, an organisation that specialises in products to enhance your living space. Our range started with our Christmas tree decorations of miniature jars containing a snowy scene. After the seasonal success, we designed and produced a Valentine's range of a message in a bottle style novelty gift. Our most recent range is a spring pastel chalk painted jar filled with cacti, proving a success with homeowners. One of the highs as far as human resources is concerned was also during the Christmas period. Our first product was solely based around sales during the festive boom, which was a good kickstart. Not only was it financially successful, but combined with the general festive spirit and the fact that we made a strong product that sold out, it boosted morale of the team enormously.
Members were far more willing and motivated as they could see the fruits of their labour. Customers were also in a festive mood, allowing for successful marketing and good relations with our target market, which enabled us to gain knowledge about sales. Unfortunately, following Christmas, there was a definite slump in team morale. Internal examinations were taking place, and so the team had full schedules and academic commitments. Spirits were so low that the management of the team even briefly considered halting production entirely. The solution to this problem was to call a team meeting, where we discussed whether or not we wanted to continue producing. If we wanted to, we were sure we could make it work. The answer was yes, so we picked ourselves up in order to make it work just in time for the next holiday, Valentine's Day. Regrettably, due to commitment issues, we had to let 2 members of the team go. The original team consisted of 8 employees, but by February there were only 6. One member had chosen to leave due to being unable to commit financially, and one had to leave following a breach in the HR policy, being unable to commit time-wise.
From the very start, branding was one of our biggest endeavours, as a united brand image was one of our biggest as a united brand image paves the way for a successful company. We chose to incorporate green in our logo due to its association with the environment, and we also created a seasonal version of our logo for Christmas to illustrate variety in our social media campaign. Roles were delegated with relative ease in the company, with the managing director allocating roles based on personal strengths. A slight issue that halted this process, however, was that the team was newly formed and only had limited experience working together. However, this was overcome easily, and soon the team was up and running with the appropriate roles. Strong and clear leadership allowed for a good structure within the team, meaning people who knew to speak to if they had a problem. One of the most useful strategies that we employed as far as human resources was concerned was our HR policy, that if a member of the team missed 3 team meetings without notifying either the managing director or head of HR and providing a valid reason, there was cause for serious consideration of dismissal. The journey has certainly been a valuable experience that will be remembered. Thank you.
For the final time tonight, please welcome to the stage, Volts.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are Volts, and today we have Jasmine Carr, the HR Director, Joshua Lees, the Sales Director, and myself, Jack Broster, the Managing Director. What is Volts? Volts is a portable charger unit which is able to recharge itself through kinetic energy. However, we have developed this mechanism into a torch due to further testing. The charger has been put on hold.
How it works. Inside is a tube with a magnet that passes through a coil. This movement creates the charge, meaning that when you shake the torch, it creates the charge needed to turn the light on.
Our aims as Volts. We aim to help fight obesity as a huge problem in our world today. The torch and charger encourages people to leave the house and get active. We also want to have a good customer service, as this will show we are motivated and we want to be the best. Finally, we want to be unique. As it's an innovative idea, we didn't think any other business would have this idea.
To get our capital, we fundraised. We did activities such as cake sales, sweet sales, and raffles. Furthermore, we sold shares in our company to generate more capital, with all of Volts team members investing at least £1 or more.
Product development. We brainstormed a few ideas before we chose to run with Volts, but decided that Volts was the most innovative and unique, and we needed a challenge.
We took part in the Dragon's Den competition. This was extremely helpful for us as a team. It was a time for us to share our idea, and it was a great place to practice as we spoke professionally in front of the Dragons, which helped us with our public speaking skills.
The trade fair was the first time that we have had a store trying to sell to customers, as we only have a prototype, and our new casing design is currently in the hands of KMF and will be put into the production line as soon as possible. As a team, we trialled different product developments from phone case marbling to 3D printing, as we wanted a product ready to sell at the trade fair.
Meeting new people. Throughout our journey as Volts, we have met some amazing people like Gareth Higgins, CEO of KMF, who has supported us from when we first had the Volts idea. He has sat in on our meetings and gave us advice when we needed it. Furthermore, Louise Barker has also provided us with a substantial amount of support from KMF.
What has Young Enterprise done for us? It's been a fantastic experience for us, as it's taught us many skills. We've had to learn how to work in groups, how to cooperate properly so that tasks run smoothly. Also, we've learned how to be motivational to keep our team motivated. Most importantly, we've met new people along the way, and they've helped us massively with giving tips, tricks, and provided us with resources and support.
Thank you for listening. We are Volts, and have a great night.
Well done, Volts, and I think we should give everyone another big round of applause. I hope your nerves haven't got to you too much. Now, just before we get onto the awards, we're going to hear from our guest speaker, Chris Perkins, from the world of Wedgwood.
Hello. Just first of all, I want to start off and say well done. They were brilliant presentations. There's so many things that are in there that happen every day in business, and it's good to see the whole market research. Market research is a big thing for any company to understand who you're selling to, but also your marketing and your finance and your HR problems. So I just wanted to congratulate you all on a fantastic job. I know probably one of the biggest issues you have is with people. And it's one of the biggest issues we have here as well. There's 70 people work here at World of Wedgwood, and they're a fantastic team, but there are some issues with people. The advantage I have is that I get to pay the people. So to keep hold of your people and keep them happy without being able to pay them is some going, so well done. So I just wanted to talk about Wedgwood. So this is your history lesson now. And why we think it's important that we do the Young Enterprise here. And it comes back to Wedgwood. I don't know how many of you know anything about Wedgwood. He was a ceramicist, a potter, an entrepreneur. He did all sorts of things. But Wedgwood, for me, as a marketing person, he's actually an incredibly important sales and marketing person. And Harvard University in the States actually have a course on Wedgwood as a marketeer, and they see him as the father of modern brand marketing. So all of the innovative things that you've been doing over the past 6, 8, 12 months, he was doing 250 years ago. So there's a few things where he has absolutely changed the face of marketing and of business in the world, and he did this 250 years ago. I'll give you a couple of examples. The first, he used to make a plate called creamware, and you'll see it in the museum if anyone wants to walk around. He eventually managed to sell it to Queen Charlotte, and he immediately changed the name to Queensware. And he put on all his bills and all of his letters to people, Potter to Her Majesty. And he was the person who effectively invented the royal warrant. So now when you're eating your cornflakes in the morning and you see the royal warrant at the bottom, because the Queen eats cornflakes, obviously, it was Wedgwood who invented that. It was Wedgwood who first had a showroom in London. And he invented a lot of the things that we now see as kind of accepted in retail. Things like free delivery, like a money-back guarantee, like exclusive exhibitions, the merchandising and the pricing. He was also the first person to invent the factory outlet. And anything that didn't quite pass muster, and all the best stuff went to the shop in York Street, I should say, in London. And only the finest people in the country went to see him. They came by invitation only. Some of them had to pay to get into the shop. But then for all the stuff that didn't quite pass muster, he had a second shop where people could go and there was self-service and those type of things. But the most important thing he introduced was something called the value proposition. I don't know if any of you have come across the value proposition. You have, because I've just watched you all present on it. But what he said, this is where I need my notes. Competition for cheapness and not for excellence of workmanship is the most frequent and certain cause of the rapid decline and entire destruction of arts and manufacture. So, that is the value proposition. What he's saying is people don't buy things because they're cheap. People buy things because they're good and they have value. And people who focus on things that are good and have value, and people who manufacture those things, will prosper. And people who are just trying to bang things out as cheaply as possible, they won't prosper. There's no margin, and eventually they'll go bust. And we have that now. And what we do here at Wedgwood is we try and endow our products with these values. And the values that we have, all of our products are genuine, they are inspiring, they are sophisticated, and they're elegant. And if you walk around the shop over there, you'll see what we mean. And what we, as well as the products themselves having those values, the way we present them has those values. So that people, when they buy them, they're not just buying a teacup and saucer, they are buying a sophisticated and elegant teacup and saucer. And that's why we can charge £50 for a teacup and saucer and not the £5 that you'd pay in IKEA. Okay, so that's something that I've seen right throughout here. I'd like to put a special mention. I don't know who's won. I'm not privy to those type of things. But I'd like a special mention out to the Cracker Company, because I thought their presentation talked about those brands, the brand values, and I thought it was excellent. That's not saying, hopefully I haven't thinking anything, but that was just a special mention because I thought that presentation was excellent. So that's one thing, that's about your product and your brand. The second thing is about your people. And as I said, you've all had your issues with people and you haven't been able to pay people and you've lost them. And what makes people be able to work together is the culture within the company. And I wanted to give you another example. So we are now Wedgwood, this is World of Wedgwood, but we are part of the Fiskars Group. And the Fiskars Group are based in Finland. We have a lot of Finnish people here. And the Fiskars Group employs 8,500 people around the world, of every nationality, of every different skill you can imagine. And how do we all work together? The reason we work together is because we have a common culture. So if any of you are going to be continuing with these businesses, one of the things you need to identify is what is your culture and what are the values that you want to work to. And I'll tell you what ours are. I've had to get this off HR because I know what they are. I can tell you what they are. What they mean is a slightly different thing. The first value we all work to is accountability. And accountability is defined as we succeed together, we fail together. Okay? The second is teamwork. Always think about the bigger team. Your success is my success. The third, and this comes back to innovation, increase your curiosity inside and out. Always be curious about everything. And that is something that is instilled in every one of us. When we come into work in the morning, they ask for us to be one thing, and I ask for my team to be one thing, and that is curious. Because at the point you're curious in the morning, it means that you're asking questions and you're communicating better. And finally, integrity. Listen with respect to each other and consumers. Be here now, be present. Do the right thing even when no one's looking. I don't do that. But the rest of it's all very noble and all very good. They're the four things: accountability, teamwork, innovation, and integrity. And that's what we all live by, and that's what we work to. So what I would suggest is if any of you are continuing with these companies, think about what that culture is going to be. It doesn't have to be these, it just needs to be what's going to work for you in your company. And then looking at yourselves and looking at branding, and over the next 5 years, I'm sure you'll all have job interviews and university interviews and all these type of things. Think about your own personal brand. So Wedgwood is genuine, it's inspiring, it's sophisticated, it's elegant. You need to think about what are you. And when you work out what you are and what your personal brand is, and it's easy, just work out 3 words that kind of describe you, then live to them. And if you live to them and other people see you in that way, if you live to those things, you're living truthfully to yourself and people will see it, and that's where you'll succeed. Okay? And with that, I'm going to pass you on to the awards. But before the awards, I am going to say, you've all done incredibly well. You're clearly all hardworking, and I'm currently looking for some hardworking people. Here in the world of Wedgwood, particularly in our food and beverage area, we have got 40% more people coming this year than we had last year. So if it doesn't interfere with your studies, we would be more than happy if anyone is interested in working here, and that's part-time, weekends, learning to work within a bigger team. And that's an offer that's open to all of you. Okay? Thanks a lot.
Hi, I'm not going to speak for too long. So my name's Jane Belcher, I'm from Michelin. And it was interesting what Chris was saying, actually, because a lot of what he was saying, I was going, yep, tick. Because Wedgwood, obviously a huge brand, and so is Michelin. And a lot of the things you were saying, Chris, it was very reticent, and I was like, it's very, very similar. And then it was linking back to what one of the teams said. It was SMARTY party bags. I've got lights in my eyes here. I'm too short. And they were saying that the SMARTY party bag isn't an impulse purchase, and therefore you have to market it in a slightly different way. You try selling a tyre, because that is not an impulse purchase. You really do not get up in the morning and go, hey ho, I think I'll go and buy a tyre. So when we're talking about branding, and Chris was talking about branding, it's very important. And a lot of you were talking about the power of branding and your logos and advertising, etc. Because that is what's going to make sure that when somebody wakes up one morning and they need a new tyre, then they would think of a Michelin tyre rather than somebody else. And I definitely got the impression that with some of your presentations, those lessons were coming over. So. The other thing is that this is the second year I've done the judging, and I love it because 30 years ago, and you don't need to all rush and say you don't look it, but 30 years ago I was sitting in the young people's seats, so I was part of Young Enterprise and doing the journey, and it was fascinating. And I think for me as well is the products that have come on so far since my day of repackaging Rose's chocolates for Valentine's Days and Mother's Day, and then we made sort of cork placemats as well in design and technology classes. So some of the products you're talking about, I mean, these paper folding and everything, you know, it's just, we didn't think about that in those days. And you wouldn't have thought of recycling books in those days either so much. So things have come on quite a long way in my 30-year life. But the judges again this year, we've been really blown away by some of the ideas. It's fascinating how you start in one area and then you move on to something else. And the other thing that we've really liked as well is that you've recognised the journeys that you've come, you've recognised the teamwork, the problems, etc. that you've been having. Because as Chris says, that is what you get when you work with people. So, and from an HR perspective, clearly I think it's very important that we employ people. So well done to you all. I'm going to shut up very shortly because I know you're all thinking, we just want to know who's won. And unfortunately, there aren't enough prizes to give you all something, because otherwise we probably would have tried to do that. So I think that even if you don't win tonight, because some of you are clearly not going to win, I'm really sorry about that, break that news to you. Do think about the journey that you've been on, okay? So that is what you've won through this process, okay? And what I'd like to think is in 30 years' time that you're sort of standing here, maybe not here, but in a similar position and looking back on your Young Enterprise experience with not just fondness, but realising that you really learnt at quite a young age, which a lot of other people don't get the opportunity to do, the skills, very transferable skills that you will take on to the rest of your life. Okay, so I will be quiet now, but congratulations, we've thoroughly enjoyed it again. It is quite hard work for the judges over the weekend doing the annual reports, I've got to say, but it's well worth it, and thank you for your great presentations this evening.
Okay, so our first award for this evening is the Best Presentation Award, presented by Chris Perkins.
Well, I wish I was better at spotting a winner at Cheltenham last week, but the winner of the best presentation goes to the Cracker Company.
Presenting the Journey Award will be Peter from the Pathway Group. Ian, sorry, from the Pathway Group.
Okay. And the winner of the Journey Award goes to PHS Industries.
Right, okay, so it's the Innovation Award, and the winner of that award is Numero.
Okay, so the winner of the trade stand, it was a very colourful one, and it was Colour Fun. Okay, so the winner of the company report. Now this was given really because of the clarity of the layouts. It was very easy to read. Another thing is that the finance director very much knew his figures, and it's Dumio. Okay, so this one is for the winner for the interview for this year, and it's Numero. Well done.
The winner, the big winner, is Numero.
I think we should all be very proud of ourselves, and I hope you all have a safe journey home, and a special thanks to the people here at the World of Wedgwood. Thank you.